I just reached a milestone of 700 shares of Tesla stock, and most of you guys, well, majority of votes want to know how I managed to get 700 shares. Now guys, please take note, it wasn't 700 shares all at once. This took 4 years. 4 years of dollar cost averaging into Tesla stock to where I am now. So give or take, you can say on a yearly average, it's about 170, 175 shares, which is quite hard. It's hard. It's hard to get that many shares in a year. That's like about $30,000 to $40,000 on an annual basis, pretty much someone's salary. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys, hopefully teaching you guys, giving you some ideas on how I managed to get 700 shares. In other words, how I saved up money to buy Tesla stock. If you guys have been watching me for some time, you guys already know that I'm all in into Tesla stock and I'm serious about it. So serious that 700 shares. Let's go! My original goal is to get 1,000 shares, and even though I'll try, I first need to save up for a property. So I think I'm going to stop buying more Tesla stock unless it goes down to the hundreds. Then I'll buy it, of course. If it goes down that low, then it's a bargain to buy. But for now, guys, I think I'm gonna pull up the handbrake a little bit and save some money so I can get a property, because I do think next year we may see some crash happening in Canada, and I may want to take advantage of them low prices if we get that chance. If not, then I'll continue to dollar cost average and wait for Tesla to 10x and then probably buy a home in cash or something like that. I have no idea. But that's the plan for now. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I managed to save up money to get 700 shares. Because I do think it's really important to save and invest your money, so later on down the line, when this economy goes up, stocks go up, good companies go up, companies like Tesla, when they go up, you can live off those investments and retire comfortably one day. If we continue to trade our time for money, we will always work until we die. I mean, that's not a way to live. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I did to save money and invest, and how you guys can do it too. It's simple, not easy, but it's possible, 100% possible. So if you guys are ready, man, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. Now, these points I've already shared on X. If you guys aren't following me on X, man, then I have no idea what you guys are doing, man. I post a lot of interesting Tesla stuff there and some other personal things there as well that you'll find pretty darn interesting. So follow me on X. Do it. But unlike X, here I'm going to go into more detail. So again, hope you guys are strapped in, got your popcorn ready and notes, because these are some really good notes. Number one, I saved about 50% of my income. Now, hold on a second, Pejjy. How the heck can anyone save 50% of their income in today's day and age? Oh man, it's possible. It's 100% possible. You see, guys, nowadays, saving is very unpopular. Like, it's not even a question. Like, they go like,
oh, you're saving money? Man, you're wasting money, man. Go spend it. Go put it somewhere. Don't have it, sitting in a bank account. It's going to lose value.
What? It's just a really bad way to think about saving. Now here's the thing. If you're just saving money and letting your money sit in the bank account alone and not at least in a high interest savings account, yes, you're wasting your money. Inflation is eating it up, especially now where we're in the 4, 5, 3% range. But when you're saving money, there has to be a purpose behind it. Why are you saving? Are you saving to get a property, to make a certain investment, to go all into a Tesla stock? What's the reason of saving? There's always a reason behind saving. It's a plan. It's a coordinated plan. But that's the first step. We have to save. Now, here's the thing, guys. Saving 50% of your income is not easy, but it gets easier. It gets easier because you're cutting all the unnecessary expenses, which you should be doing when you're trying to save and invest for the future. Things like going and buying a high expensive coffee, like maybe Starbucks. Now, obviously, that's the generic reason everyone brings, but you guys don't need a $6, $7 coffee when you can get one for $1. Like, seriously, guys, why do you need a $7, $6, $8 coffee? It doesn't make any sense. You're paying 8 times more than what you should if you guys really want coffee. And you're paying 20 to 30 times more when you can make it right at home. These are just little things that can really add up to your savings. Something that costs around like 30, 40, 20 cents that you could do, you're actually paying $8 for it. That's just ridiculous. But that's just one reason. Once you guys get in control of your money, you guys get to save 50% of your money. Oh man. For the first time ever, at least for me, you feel like you're in control of your finances. You feel like you're in control of your life in one way or the other, because you have all this money saved up, and now all these options, all these ideas and investments and all these things come in your mind because now you got money. You're not working paycheck to paycheck. If something goes wrong, you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 months of money just in a savings account chilling there for you to do something with it. That feeling of secure feeling is so good and so nice. You can sit down and actually think what you want to do with it. That is control. That is what you need first, because now you're in control and you can steer your finances the way you want. So that's the first step. 50% of your money, try to save. It doesn't have to be exactly 50%, 40%, 30%. Those are good numbers. I mean, 20% should be the minimum. Try to aim for 20%. Actually, try to reach for 50%. If you don't get 50%, you at least made it 30%. You know what I'm saying?
But Pejjy, man, how the heck do you say 50%? That's crazy.
Well, that goes to my second point, and well, you gotta live like shit. Live like dirt. Don't live like as if you're going out every other weekend. You don't need to do that. But living like is somewhat necessary in the short term to save a lot of money. I'll tell you my case, guys. I'm here in Kuwait. I work in Kuwait. I live in my parents' house. While I'm here, I'm taking advantage of the savings. And the thing is, here in Kuwait, I came to Kuwait back all the way in 2017. I got no friends here. I don't have any social life here. I just go to work, I come home, I do my YouTube stuff, I sleep, and then I repeat the next day. I don't have no friends to go on a weekly restaurant with, or we don't have bars here because it's illegal, but we don't go to these things. I don't do any of these things. So guess what happens? It just piles up in my bank account and I just buy more Tesla stock, or I just save up, or do whatever I want to do with it. I am in control of my money. I am in control what I want to do because I have the power to save. There's no entertainment here. Like, the only things that we have here in Kuwait are malls. It's not like in Canada where we have Wonderland, or we have some sort of shows going down every now and then, and this place has that and that place has this. Kuwait doesn't have any of that stuff. It's just a mall, and that's our entertainment here. And obviously I can't just go to a mall and walk around. I ain't got no friends here. It's simple as that. But point is that I am living way below my means. I don't think I'm spending more than maybe 1,000 or 1,200, 1,400 on a monthly basis. It's ridiculous how much I'm saving here. And with all that savings, I had the power to buy as many Tesla shares as I possibly could. Another bonus here about Kuwait is, since I work here, I do exchange my funds to Canadian dollars or US dollars, depending on what my goal is. But check this out, guys. The Kuwaiti dinar is the strongest currency in the world. One Kuwaiti dinar is $3.25 at the recording of this video, which is the strongest in the world. One Kuwaiti dinar is $3.25. That is ridiculous. So I do benefit from Forex as well. So let's sum it up here, how I did it. No expenses, living with my parents. This is a big one, guys. If you guys have the power to go back to live with your parents, do it. Right now, interest rates are high. If you have a mortgage, rent out that home. I don't know if the rent can cover the mortgage. If you're having a hard time and your parents are still around, man, I recommend to go back to living with your parents just to save up. Your parents will be happy. You'll be happy. It's such a blessing. It really is. Add that with no social life, no expenses. Really, all this is saving up and going into Tesla stock. Now here's the thing, guys. Just because it sounds great and all, my life is boring here. It really is. It's like those animations where you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you get back in your car, you come home, you sleep and do it again. I'm literally living that life right now. It's really boring. It does get miserable sometimes, and it does get depressing sometimes. But then again, it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to take for a better future, for my investments to pay off later. The thing is, when investments, guys, when it comes to investments, you have to give it enough time. And what is enough time? Is give it as long as you possibly can. All you gotta do is look at the S&P 500 for the past 50, 60 years. The longer you held, the more easier it is for your money to compound and the more money you'll have. And in this case, for Tesla stock, I do believe that with full self-driving coming, with robo-taxi, with the licensing, and then energy, and then later on it's going to be the bot and stuff like that, I have extremely high conviction when it comes to Tesla, which is why majority of my stock, or majority of my money, is in Tesla stock, about 700 shares. So this is a sacrifice that I made, and you probably have to make some sacrifices too if you guys want to save a lot of money. No going out with your friends, probably moving back to your parents' place. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have a goal and you have the ability to save. Sometimes that means you have to sell your house. You have to do it's some sort of sacrifice you have to take short term in order to have a better long term. Just how it is, man. But that was number 2, man. Live like Number 3, man, you gotta be ready to pull the flipping trigger. Here's the thing, guys. When you have a lot of money saved up and it's in your bank account and you feel in control, you gotta be able to multiply that money, right? Saving in a savings account 5-6% is awesome right now, but it's not forever. Eventually, that's gonna drop down to maybe 1 or 2%, and that's like inflation. You can't live off that, and you can never retire off that. You would have to be able to pull the trigger when the time comes. Now, when it comes to Tesla stock, personally for me, I just dollar cost average, but I always leave dry powder out. When Tesla stock reached around $100 per share, I had savings ready. Everybody was saying I was out of cash. I had savings ready, and I dumped my entire savings into the stock at $100. 6, 7 months, 8, 9 months later, whatever it is, it's up 2.5 times. The fastest money I have ever made in my life. Well, second fastest time I've made. Shout out to VTIQ. If you guys know, you know. But that 20 grand now is almost 45 grand. That's just absolutely insane. When the fear is high and the Tesla stock is low, you guys have to be able to pull the trigger. Don't be afraid, embrace it. And if you guys watched my videos like literally a year ago when the stock kept going from 400, 300, 200 to the 100, I was telling you guys to embrace it and take advantage of it. And those who listen to me, now obviously I'll never get financial advice, but those who listened to me, who came on and bought the dip around the 100, the low 100s, even the mid 100s, you guys are extremely happy right now. Guys, I got to a point where I couldn't pay my next bill. I dumped everything into that stock around the 100. And that was a sheesh moment. It was insane. Like my bill came and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the stock. And because I bought the stock, I can pay that bill like 8 times, not even, like 12 times over. Absolutely insane. Now to disclose, guys, I don't wait for opportunities like this. I always have dry powder just in case. I regularly dollar cost average to a point. Then if the stock goes low to the point that it's just ridiculous, like how it was in the low 100s, it's gonna dump everything. That's when I use my entire dry powder, because even if it goes lower, I bought at the almost lowest point ever. I hate timing the market. I really do. I prefer to be in the market, time in the market rather than timing it. But sometimes the stock market goes stupid and gives you one of the greatest deals of a lifetime, and you just have to be ready with dry powder to take advantage of it. Always have dry powder and never be cashless, because you never know when the opportunity arises. And that's it, guys. Try to save 50%, if not 40%, even 30, at minimum 20%, no less than that. But try to save as much as you can. Live like crap for some time. Like, it's not a bad thing living like crap. You don't have to impress people you don't like with money that you don't have. Don't do that, man. Do it for you. Save that money and invest it. And number 3, pull the trigger, man. Don't be afraid. Whether it's a good deal on stocks, real estate, gold, precious metal, whatever it is, you have to be able to trust the process and trust your analysis and pull the trigger. It's simple, not easy, but it's possible.
But Pejjy, man, all my money goes towards taxes and expenses and rent and things that I buy to impress other people, and I don't have any money.
Stop. If you're in a place where all your money goes towards rent and taxes, you need to move to another city or to another state province. It may be hard, but you know what else is harder? Working every day, every month, and every year and having nothing saved up for years and not be able to take control of your life. That's hard. And it gets late. Trust me, once you guys reach 50 and you're in a situation, it's practically impossible to be financially independent. You would have to work until the day you die. So that's why you guys have to invest early, and sooner the better. And honestly, man, if it really gets that bad to the point that all my money goes towards rent and taxes alone, I would literally move to live to someone's basement, or go live with my parents, or go to another state or another province, just so I can save and invest, because I know one day my investments will pay me off and live the way I want to live and wherever I want. And that is very important. That's what it's all about. It's about the freedom that comes with it, not being slave to your job. And if the issue isn't taxes or rent, well, then it's simple. You're spending money on stupid things. If you cut them out, you can probably save 20 to 30% of your money. It's that simple. And you can use that to invest and stuff like that. It's very simple, guys.
But Pejjy, man, my income isn't enough. My job isn't giving me a raise.
Well, then start a side hustle. There's really no excuses here, guys. You guys have 6 to 8 hours after you sleep and work. What are you doing for that 6 to 8 hours? Are you screwing around? Are you watching TV? Are you playing COD? Stop it. Go do some research and start a side hustle. Like YouTube is a side hustle. Start posting on X. Do something that can give you not passive income, but at least something that can also help increase your income. Starting a side hustle and making money on the internet nowadays is absolutely ridiculous. It's a joke making money nowadays online. It's crazy. Making money online is absolutely endless. There's really no excuses. If your income isn't high enough because your job won't pay you, you got 6 to 8 hours at home. Yeah, you want to relax for 1 hour. You don't have to relax for 6 hours. What the heck are you doing for 6 hours, 8 hours? Get your ass and do something. Do some side hustles, man. It's endless out there. Making money nowadays is gone so much easier than how it was 20 years ago, 25 and 30 years ago. And it's one of the main reasons why we're not seeing much of a recession. And this will continue. We're going to get less and less recessions as we go forward into the future. But that's a whole rabbit hole for another video. I actually post this on X on a long form. You guys can check it out if you guys visit my X page. Curious Pejjy, of course, obviously. But that's how I did it, guys. That's how I got 700 shares of Tesla stock in the past 4 years. Saved my income about 50%, and that was very aggressive. Like, I'm living like crap, guys. And that's number 2, living like crap, living terrible, like not doing anything because everything costs money. And if you're not doing anything, you're not spending it, so you're saving it so you can invest it. And number 3, I wasn't afraid to pull the trigger when the opportunity came. I mean, I do dollar cost average, but when the opportunity came, again, when Tesla stock reached $100 per share, dumped my whole entire savings. It was scary to see that my, checking account was 0 and I was charged that month about like, I think it was whatever the charge is for having less than $3,000 in that account. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter because I've almost tripled my money. But guys, it's simple, not easy, but it's possible. I hope you guys can learn from this video, learn from my experience, get disciplined, really get disciplined and sacrifice some stuff, man. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't need to have everything. Just sacrifice a couple things and later on when your investment grows, you can have more than everything. You know what I mean? So rewatch this video and take some notes because these notes I'm still living on today. I'm using the same principle for a property now. So, or maybe more Tesla stock, depending how low it goes. But that's how I did it, guys. That's how I did it. And I hope this helped a lot. And if you guys are here because of Tesla stock, well, because I'm all in and 700 shares, of course, check out this video here, 2030 stock price prediction, including everything, the bot, robotaxi. It's absolutely ridiculous. And when I see this number, I just want to buy more Tesla shares. Not financial advice, obviously, but it's crazy. Guys, get your merch. I bought the dip merch, absolutely insane. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.